Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. This is your host Tom Quee. We are doing a preview here. We're doing a preview for Revival 8. Don't Flop is going back to Newcastle and it's a fucking awesome card. Really excited to get into this. Just before we do go through these battles though, please follow the show at Battle Rap Resume. If you dig the show, if you want to get in touch with me, battleresume@gmail.com. If you want to give back to the show in any way, we've done like 70 Battle Rap Resume episodes now and loads of previews and top fives and all that good stuff. So, you know, if you feel you want to give back, it'd be greatly obliged. So you can go to patreon.com/Battle Rap Resume. You can donate to the show. You can basically donate £1 a month. That gets you access to loads of exclusive content. All the videos that I put in there got there weeks, months before. And if you donate a little bit more money, you get access to Battle Rap Resume episodes. So for instance, if you want to listen to Tony D, Respect BA, Dialect, you want to listen to those months before they come out on the main YouTube channel, go over there, help support the show. Greatly appreciated. Please also leave us a review on iTunes. Please subscribe. Please check out the channel. As I always say, there's a lot of content, as I just mentioned, so go back through the archive. Check out our Redbubble shop. Recently sold quite a few t-shirts, which is great. So if you want to get a Battle Rap Resume t-shirt or I would say a mouse mat or a shot glass or whatever the fuck you want, you know, go on there. We're hawking a lot of wares. But yeah, we're doing another preview and I'm joined by a good friend of the show, Mark. How's it going, man?
What's good, man?
It's all good. It's all good. And we were just saying how quickly time has flew because I had you back on for a while ago. We did our top 5 shocks rounds.
Yeah.
And like that was just like 8th birthday era, and now we're getting into like checkpoint era. And like Don't Flop have just been killing it so much over that time.
Yeah, it's mad to think how many events they've kind of crammed into the 6 months time frame. It's been keeping it 140. Obviously, Don't Flop Scotland, checkpoint, and now Revival as well. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Just all over the place. You know, just so many big moments, so many crazy stuff. And Revival 8 really seems to be pushing it forward even more. This is the Newcastle event. You know, Briggsy, I must say, doing great stuff. You know, I mean, I know we've had we've had a few crosswords here.
I'd say slightly salty. Didn't get my spot for this episode, but it's all good. I saw that on people.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a podcaster of honor, and we'd agreed to do this, and you know, it was true actually. I didn't think Briggsy was necessarily the most electrifying guest when he was on Battle Resume, so I thought we'd do that. But
what was that for Revival 5? Was it?
Something like Revival 7. Yeah. So I mean, props to Briggsy and the whole Revival team. There's been so many Revival events. He's
put on some great cards. I think the Revival 7 wasn't down to him at all. The battle's not going down, but the card he had originally was really good.
Yeah, and it's a shame really how history had turned it, because if Kojay had turned up to Revival 7, I'm sure it would go down in the history books for having Soul versus Kojay, because, you know, everyone knows that Soul's material was incredible. Check out on the Battle Resume channel there.
Yeah, I've seen it's crazy range. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And I'm sure Kojay would have showed out as well.
Yeah.
It would have been a great battle.
Yeah, it would have been a great battle. It's a shame because I think Kojay maybe not quite on Soul's level, but I think they could go toe to toe. I think it'd be a really interesting, you know, wouldn't have been a body or anything like that. So yeah, this is going down May 20th, I should say. I'm not going to be at the event myself. Are you going, Mark, or?
No, it'd kind of have to be a birthday or a checkpoint for me.
Right.
And it's 18s plus as well. So.
Oh, you're a youth, are you?
Yeah, I'm 16.
Oh my god. Okay. No, this is.
Yeah, I was gonna go to checkpoint, but it was 18s plus. So that was unfortunate.
Oh damn. Yeah. No, the checkpoint is going to be insane. I think.
Crazy. Yeah. I'd say best card on paper anyway.
Yeah.
Ever in Don't Flop. Would you agree?
Mate, yeah, I think that's fair to say. I think it's one of those, each battle is really, like, it's not only top tier, but it's exciting top tier. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like
Scoop DNA, that's like really exciting. Maybe Scoop's he's in top tier yet, but it's like a really exciting kind of idea. And it all kind of depends on if Calico and Clips show up, which hopefully they will, because then there'll be classics if they go down the way people probably expect them to. So yeah, it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be insane. I'm gonna be doing the Battle 8 interviews at the event, and I just actually this morning agreed with Craft D. He's gonna bring his camera along, and we're gonna record some interviews outside. I kind of want to go for like an Arsenal fan TV, like of battle rap, and like
that'd be really good. Yeah, I was actually at the United match at the weekend, and the United TV thing was going down. It was really cool, kind of the atmosphere, people walking around.
The full-time Devils, is that what they're called?
I think so, yeah. And it was really cool, just kind of everyone's kind of walking past. I was just kind of there amongst it. It was a good experience.
Yeah, it's
cool.
It's a really cool thing, actually. It's a great sort of just a symbol of the modern democratization of, the YouTube presenter age. And it's so much more fucking exciting than just seeing Adrian Charles do some fucking, you know what I mean?
It kind of simplifies the whole idea of the people's perspective on the match and everything. I think it's better as well, the fans giving their input, because they are the fans as opposed to just a football fan in general. Yeah,
exactly. And I should say then, me and Crafting will be outside with the cameras afterwards in a smoke break. So come up to us. We want to talk to the fans at Checkpoint. We want to hear your take on it. I'm sure we'll talk to battlers as well. So keep an eye out. But we'll get into this card here. Again, as I say, going down in Newcastle, doneflop.com/tickets. Pick it up. If you're anywhere in the local area, unfortunately Newcastle's quite a jaunt for me, so I won't be going there. But, I'm sure if you're anywhere up north, you'd be as full to miss this. We kick off with a tryout, Mark. We kind of agreed beforehand we didn't know who these guys are. Just B versus Blitz.
Yeah, it sounds a bit kind of disrespectful, but I just couldn't really find anything on either of them, to be honest.
No. I mean, Just B, I kind of respect the humbleness of the name. Just B, you know what I mean? It's
quite short and simple, yeah.
Yeah, definitely to the point.
Can't go wrong.
These are the break battles as well. They've been marked out as kind of smart positioning there.
Smoke break battles, yeah.
Smoke. Jesus Christ.
I think someone on Viewpoint edited in smoke next to the break battles. That was quite cool.
Yeah, that is like a basket of deplorables. That is kind of like an iconic phrase that will go into the ether there. But we get onto more recognisable battles here. We get KOFI versus MAKAR. MAKAR, I don't know if you caught him on the Don't Flop Scotland, had the tryout there. He'd also had battles before. I like him. He's got a very good presence.
Yeah, I watched one Don't Flop extra battle. I'm not sure if it was him, but it was quite funny. One of them was quite funny anyway. It might have been his battle, and it was quite strong. So yeah, that should be good. And I saw KOFI against Briggsy at the April Fool's event, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, should be good.
And KOFI,
it's a show up.
KOFI was the guy
fan.
Yeah, the fan, right.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, a fan battling a battler, Mark. That's a ludicrous concept, is it not?
It's a good idea. Yeah, especially when he's got a few battles afterwards. It's kind of a good look for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, definitely. He was on Dub Scandal, wasn't he?
Not too sure. Who was he battling?
I'm not sure. I think because Dub Scandal, shout out to Dub Scandal, they've done the very smart move of just uploading every battle from the event, just like in rapid succession.
That's the one that I think Dank SCHRADER the battle on.
Yeah, he battled Acre.
As well.
Oh no, so yeah, Dom battled, Bard battled Acre and Dank battled Titan, he battled Drowned on there like a few days ago, so shout out KOFI. He's had a few battles now. He battled LE3 as well, so he's been kind of around there. But yeah, we get into the no offense to the guys really, but the meat of the card here. Very excited to see Seuss returning. Yeah,
it's a weird one because I saw Max. Is that Max Pepsi? Is it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I saw Seuss against Tony D a while ago, and it's pretty good. So it's a good look for Max, especially, and it's good to see Seuss back as well.
Yeah, Seuss, I mean, goes way back, really.
Yeah, I didn't realise it had been so long, but he's been there near enough to the beginning, I think.
Pretty much. I mean, to put it into context, his tryout is against Blizzard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
When did Blizzard try it out? Early 2011 or was it 2010?
It's early 2010 Blizzard was trying
Really?
out. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was, I'm just double checking this on Verse Tracker if he actually tried out against Seuss, but Seuss's tryout was against Blizzard, so
wow.
I know, a long time ago.
I'll check that one out. Sounds like a good
battle.
I
haven't actually watched that one either. Yeah, it was. They tried out against each other, and Seuss he battled a lot of people, really. He battled Soul also in his first year, Innuendo, Chris Lees.
Yeah, he did 2-on-2 with Definition as well.
Yeah.
And Definition had that albino bar, which is kind of a great moment in Don't Flop.
It was, yeah. And Seuss kind of, it's weird. He had this. I'm just judging from his timeline here. This implosion. He had internationals. He battled Tony D onto the Test 10, and then he sort of, I don't know, fell off the wayside a little bit, maybe from his own choice here, kind of battling here and there.
Did he battle on like other leagues?
Yeah, he battled some King of the Round stuff, some Get Slated stuff. He battled on Hush Hush Media. Not heard of that before, but shout out to Hush Hush. He battled Quill as well, but yeah, it's been a little bit of a break for him. And low key, he's one of the architects. Like he was a big name.
Yeah, some big battles as well, so it'll be good to see him back, see how he does, see if his styles, how he's kind of morphed his style over the years, if he has been kind of working on his pen or whatever. But yeah, looking forward to that one.
And you know, Max very much the David Bowie of battle rap, forever going through these name changes and such.
Yeah.
Like, what's your opinion on Max Pepsi?
I think he kind of sounds weird to say, because I don't think his material was that strong in the Headhunters, but he kind of got slept on slightly maybe because he kind of rushed his material a lot. But yeah, he had some funny stuff, and I think if he slows down a bit and kind of just has a more relaxed approach, it could go down well with the crowd.
Yeah. He did some good stuff. I mean, he had that famous Training Days moment where he got the Training Days DVD out. And not
was that him?
That was him, yeah.
That was sick.
That was him under a different guise there. Yeah, he battled Obi Joe in Headhunters, who I quite liked Obi Joe.
Yeah, I liked his approach. He was kind of unlike Max. He was quite relaxed and kind of went through his stuff quite cleanly. But yeah, if he shows up kind of the way Obi Joe did, that kind of style, then it should be a good battle.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting clash, and we get to the next clash. This is maybe my favourite battle that I'm looking forward to on the card, to be honest with you. I'm a huge fan of both of these guys. It's especially exciting to see KINELL cross the Gaza Strip of battling and to come over to Don't Flop. Like, that's a mad move.
Yeah, to be honest, I hadn't actually seen him. I've heard really good things. I watched him against Bobby Rex earlier. It was just probably the most fun battle I've seen since maybe like Harry Baker against MAKAR, which I didn't see at the time, but I saw it about 4 months ago. It's a really kind of fun battle.
Oh man, so you're not very well versed in KINELL then?
No, I've been meaning to check him out because I've heard like he's one of the top guys in King of the Ronald, and he should be kind of on a Don't Flop card at least once. And yeah, definitely, it's good luck for him. And Dank is probably the perfect opponent, to be honest.
Yeah. I get the feeling that both of these guys respect each other. They have sort of similar writing styles, kind of like absurd one-liners. I mean, Dank's more flow-based, and I think Dank's more capable of a haymaker punch than KINELL is. But KINELL, nonetheless, you know, is a really intelligent writer and endlessly a hard worker. Him versus Frosty Jaqq. If anyone's listened to this and hasn't checked out KINELL before, his tryout on King of the Rons against Frosty Jaqq is like a low-key classic, brilliant battle that goes to OT, and the OT is really satisfying as well, and just like, you know, real haymakers here. Dank, you know, I just, obviously Dank's a treasure. Like, you know, I think this is the kind of perfect battle for that time in the day when we've kind of, you know, Seuss and Max has happened. However, you know, one's returning, one's kind of, you know, slightly unproven. These two guys know what they're doing, and I think having KINELL on Don't Flop is a really smart choice.
Yeah, was he meant to be on Don't Flop before, or is this kind of the first time?
I believe, yeah, I think, because I've had KINELL on the show a few times, actually. Shout out to KINELL. You know, I know he's a great fan of this, and he's always awesome to have him on. When we did our Battle Rap Resume episode, I believe I asked him, like, why don't you go on Don't Flop sort of thing, and he sort of said, like, I don't want to come on and just battle some knobhead on Training Days or whatever sort of thing.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You know, yeah, exactly. And giving him Dank SCHRADER, giving him the follow-up to the Newcomer of the Year, you know.
Yeah, because he's a top guy on King of the Ronald, so, like, why make it is kind of a step down to be on, like, the Training Days against like, a random tryout or whatever. So this is definitely probably the look he was looking for himself.
Yeah.
So smart move.
It's very smart move. And KINELL was, I don't know if you're aware, was the KOTR champ for a brief time as well. Yeah,
no, I knew that. I hadn't actually seen the battle itself, but no, I knew that.
Yeah. So I mean, this is and Dank SCHRADER, Mark, like, you a fan of this guy?
Oh yeah, I think he's great. Best defeat bars in the game.
Right. He has made it into an art form, to be fair.
What's called because to me, defeat don't feel right. Like, I've got pins and needles. That's actually a good bar. I like that one. Yeah. That made me crease a bit.
Yeah, like defeat covered in rounds, like Verucas or something like that against Titan or some shit like that. Like, yeah,
the whole rounds thing's a bit hit or miss, but it's Dank, so he can get away with it.
That's the thing. Doing a defeat bar with rounds wordplay, like, that's some brave shit. But like, somehow,
unless it's like a ball, I don't think you can get away with saying our round. Like, the URL guys get away with it, like, completely, and it's...
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, you know, Yunnan in his second round against Kojay does all the round stuff, and he talks about Kojay going to the freezer and getting
that was brilliant, yeah.
A stuff cross round.
I went in the freezer and had one of those stuff cross rounds.
And
brilliant.
Anytime I bring up Dank SCHRADER, I bring up Dank SCHRADER versus JB. That was one of the best battles on Don't
That was a classic.
Classic.
And the environment as well made it a classic, in my opinion.
Yeah. I was there.
You were there. I saw you. Yeah, I saw you on that one.
I was there, and it was just
had the shades on.
Yeah, Yeah, those sort of douchey shades that I always don for some reason when I'm in Don't Flop Parks. Shout out Turner.
Why not?
But, yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm just on it now. It's got 11,000 views. How the fuck does it? I mean, I know it's on training days, but it's like the quality of the writing from both of them in that battle is
just crazy. Yeah,
unbelievable.
If that wasn't like one in like the first like training days as a new kind of art form, it would have been on the main channel, obviously, just because they wanted to kind of a Don't Flop extra or training days event.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
In all its glory, kind of. So, that was, definitely one of the battles of the year. Don't Flop, anyway.
And, I mean, it's great as well, someone as creative as Dank, you know, because it's kind of a new thing, really, like a King of the Realms established name going on to Don't Flop. Like, it hasn't, like, we haven't seen Mackenzie over here, we haven't seen Bard return, and KINELL is, like, one of their top dogs, so I'm excited to see what Dank writes.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to say to him. He's quite a light-hearted, kind of laid-back guy, as far as I can see. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. And getting to the next match, we have the Saviour himself, Jaqq, going against someone going through a bit of a renaissance right now after his awesome 8th birthday showing, ZAIN AZRAI.
Yeah, I didn't realise that it had been so long for him as well. But it was his last battle on Don't Flop. Was it Mark Grist or was it Respect BA?
Oh no, it would have been Grist was I want to say Grist after BA. I'm pretty sure it was, but
probably, yeah.
But I mean, like, you know, sort of how are you matching this up? Because it's a battle of, you know, quite big personalities in the ring.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of people are kind of anticipating this quite highly, but it's just not really my kind of thing. I don't know. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of going to dwell into a lot of sort of silliness and kind of character play.
I'd say a lot of people, kind of a joke heavy kind of fans would love this kind of idea. But not that I don't. I obviously love kind of jokey battles per se. But it should be good. It depends how they come. I think Danny's improved a lot as well, so it should be good to see how he performs against kind of a less kind of serious and more maybe kind of prepped battle, in the sense that like he kind of wants to break them down, but should be good anyway.
I mean, do you break someone like Zane down though?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he obviously went for the breakdown against Rawls, and I didn't watch the whole Dank battle, but his first round was really strong in that as well. But it's gonna be fun to see how he comes for that one.
I think it's a big challenge for Danny, especially. You
know? No, definitely, yeah.
You know, it's going to be interesting.
How do you come for that?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you look at the sort of stuff he said to Bear and Shonda to a certain extent as well, you know, and I mean, I always say it, Ryan Morgan, bring the fucking 8th birthday interviews out, because
I've been saying this as well. I wasn't even involved in them. Like, why wouldn't you put them out? Like, cause I've heard good things about them.
Oh, they were great.
They sound hilarious.
They were great,
especially with Zane.
Yeah, there was a brilliant one with me, Danny, and Zane, actually. Really funny interviews. So it's just like, I don't know, who knows, you know, whatever. I think it's partly why I'm bringing my own camera to check points so I can get these shit out. They are very, very, very entertaining. I should say as well, just checking Verse Tracker, Mark Grist was quite a bit before Respect BA.
I wasn't sure, cause I think it was it the same year?
It was the start and the end, so it was a distinct to the test 10. And
when did he battle Mark Grist? That was the Lunar Philly Swain one.
That was right, that was the to the test 10 Leeds event, so that was the start of 2012, and that was a
good event, really good,
a crazy event. Unbelievable event. I mean, that was kind of when Don't Flop kind of, you know, the rebirth in the modern fans' eyes, really. It kind of went in a whole different direction.
Yeah, it's kind of the lead up to 4th birthday, which is probably the best birthday.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to top it, to be honest, but definitely a good year. That was probably the best year. A lot of people say it's the best year in battle rap, and I kind of agree, to be honest.
Yeah. I think in terms of popularity and just kind of so many viral things were going down, and like in the wider scene around the world as well. You had like Summer Madness 2, and you had sort of Vendetta, and it was just crazy shit. I mean, have you seen Respect BA versus ZAIN AZRAI?
No, I haven't. I was going to check it out earlier, but I kind of just refreshed my mind on a few battles that I'd already seen, but What was it like? I'm sure Respect BA brought his game for that one.
Well, I mean, just yesterday, at the time I was recording this, I had Respect BA on the show.
He's so good, man.
Oh, he's the dude.
I didn't realise, because I hadn't heard of him before the Tony battle, and I presumed he was just like a kind of a good kind of old figure in Don't Flop, but he's like properly, he could easily like top tier if he just like another like battler too.
Yeah,
Him versus Serious Jones is gonna be a real good battle. If they both,
interesting battle. Yeah. And I mean, the Battle Rap Resume episode with Respect BA, which will be out in about a month or so, was absolutely fantastic. You know, a joy to have him on. And we spoke about the Zane battle at length actually, because his third round against Zane is quite an infamous third round where he kind of like critiques what battle rap was becoming and the idea of personals and how, you know, it's quite easy to just Jefferson Price someone. It's a lot harder to outright someone.
Yeah.
And, you know, and he kind of focuses on that. And he actually says in the battle, he does like this long scheme and he goes, thanks, like that. And apparently, like wrote a blog post about it on the old Don't Flop blog. I need to dig that out, but yeah, great episode.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what he wrote about it?
I don't know. I'm gonna do a Battle Resume episode soon on the Don't Flop blog. I urge people to find out. It's a brilliant little timepiece of like 2011, 2013. Loads of articles written by Bent Legs and Sam Graphics and stuff about the scene at the time. You know, and Pete Cashmore as well. A great little artifact there. So yeah, I'll have to dig that out. But we're here to talk about Revival 8 and the Newcastle event. So the next battle, another really exciting battle, Bobby Rex versus Dialect.
Yeah, crazy battle. I think I saw one of them mention possibly battling each other, but like maybe 2 months ago. I just didn't think it would happen this soon. But yeah, great matchup. Really good look for Bobby Rex.
Yeah, excellent. And I mean,
after getting the newcomer of the year, obviously, I still think Dank beat him, but still.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, it's
the third round is kind of hard to judge because of the whole nonce angle. But I think Dank got the first two anyway. So
yeah. It's I need
good,
to go.
Good battle anyway.
Yeah, great battle
again earlier. Great battle. Yeah,
great battle, and
heavily underviewed.
It is, isn't it? It's
like 13K or something. Yeah, a lot of the APW battles haven't got that many views though, to be honest.
Yeah, for what they are. Yeah, I completely agree.
Like Sharon Chilla's done all right. There's no other ones above probably 70K, to be honest.
Oh man, I found Sharon Chilla such a snore fest. I got to be honest with you.
No, like beforehand, I said, why isn't Sharon battling someone? Why isn't Chilla battling someone? Because them two against, like, I think maybe Shocks was talking about battling Chilla. That'd be a great battle. Sharon against like anyone, to be honest, would have been a good battle. But it's them against each other on like a Don't Flop birthday card. It didn't really make sense at all.
No, and oh my god, Shocks would body Chilla.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
like, Chilla. I think Chilla's great. I don't think a lot of people.
I used to be the biggest Chilla fan.
I know. You used to be a huge fan, but I still think he's good, and I actually kind of like the new kind of aggressive approach he's taken. But yeah, Shocks would body him.
Oh man,
you can't write your R's off against Shocks like the way Chilla does and beat him doesn't work.
No, and I'd love Shocks to come at Chilla with like Chilla's 2011 style. Shocks just schemes for 3 straight rounds, and it's just
Shocks is a top schemer as well.
Yeah. He is. He's been grinding, lest you forget, Mark.
Yeah.
He has been grinding.
But, I haven't forgot about that.
No, good.
How could you?
What about this battle in terms of victory? Who do you see winning? I mean, Dialect obviously got a lot more experience on Bobby.
Yeah, I can't really see Bobby getting around, to be honest. Like I rate Bobby quite highly, but I just don't see him getting around. Like Dialect has, they're great for their presence, all around presence. I think Dialect kind of has that on him as well. Dialect has obviously the flow, just kind of general rapping ability, and I just think Dialect's a better rider as well. To be honest, I don't really see what Bobby has on Dialect. To be honest, do you agree? Or
yeah, I agree. I think Bobby. I think he still needs to prove himself to me in the battle ring.
He needs to up his riding a bit, to be honest. I think Dank outrode him completely.
Yeah.
I haven't maybe in his other battles, I'm not sure how he's kind of come up against them riding wise, but once he gets his riding kind of down to a T, he'll be really up there because his performance and just he's a really good rapper as well. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, like my first encounter with him was on Viewpoint, all the videos, and he's an incredible rapper. Like he's so really dynamic and creative and playful, and just the Raws battle on beat, like he's so good. But I think we mentioned earlier Dank's battle with JB, which for me was just his high watermark, an incredible showcase. I don't know if Bobby's had that yet. Maybe this could be it. Yeah,
I think it could have been that with O'Shea, but that didn't really go the way it was meant to. But this could be it. Yeah, especially with Dialect kind of on a resurgence of a run with his Lou Cypher battle, and even the Matt Coffin battle. Even though he choked, but the content was really good for 3 days. Prep.
Yeah. And I should say Dialect as well. I had Dialect on the show very recently for a Battle Resume episode. That was a fucking brilliant episode. So look out for that coming out soon as well. He was an awesome guest. Like we just had a lot of laughs. Like he's just a very funny dude. We sort of went into Deal or No Deal as well as everything else. Shout out Ricky C and Crisis Music, of course, as well. But yeah, Yeah, that's
battle. That's a classic.
That is a classic. That is a classic. So yeah, there's Bobby and Dialect. Now we get into another battle. A great matchup, this one. Two brilliant performers. I always say that MAKAR is one of the greatest that Don't Flop have ever had. So it's great.
I know he is. Definitely.
You know, MAKAR versus Jay Short. Mark, how are you seeing this one?
It's a really well thought out battle in my opinion. Like, I'm surprised it hasn't happened already, because since MAKAR's been in the league for 7 years and Jay Short probably about 5 years, I'm surprised it hasn't happened, because their styles kind of do match up quite well with each other, and they're both just killers, to be honest. So I'm really happy it's going down. I hadn't actually thought of it as a matchup, but now that it's on the card, it really makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, MAKAR kind of, he's not that active, but he always gives in great performances. Like, I just recently had Press on the show and went back through the Mata battle, and I was actually there in the room and I couldn't really hear it. No. But you were saying that you can hear it fine on the video, but a lot of people are saying, especially like in the back, obviously they couldn't really hear. What was being said. But the
that was a good battle though.
That was the quality of MAKAR's writing really impressed me. Like, I mean, it wasn't a surprise, but
Press's writing as well. Obviously, he's a really good rapper, but his writing was really strong that as well.
Press has turned a corner, and I know he won't mind me saying, because I said it to him on the show. Like, his last 4 battles have been phenomenal. Like, it's ridiculous how good Press 1 has suddenly not how good he's got, but how better he's becoming. Like, just Yeah,
I didn't realize he's kind of like an old school kind of guy.
Yeah,
he'd been there. Did he battle MAKAR? Like in an offbeat battle years ago? I think maybe you were saying this could have happened. Years ago,
definitely. I mean, Press goes back to the glory days when there wasn't any DF logo on the thumbnail. You know what I mean? Like kind of back in those days. And obviously, Jay Short, he's kind of the maybe man, isn't he? He seems to do everything right, but he doesn't seem to get the huge matchups that you know what I mean. Maybe are deserving. This is a Newcastle revival card. I get that he's not going to get a loaded Lux here or something like that. And I think this is a really smart matchup. But I love Jay Short, man. I love his style. I think he's got such an all-rounded kind of ring persona.
Yeah, me too. And he's definitely the best freestyler in Don't Flop, I think.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, who else is up there really? Pedro, I guess, but he's a little bit inconsistent.
Pedro in like a 4-bar back-to-back, but that's about it, to be honest.
Not in a kind of verse, like, going off you structure. Yeah, I guess, I think Jay...
I think when Pedro, like, writes, I think Pedro should just write all the time, because it's like, when you wrote his first round against O'Shea, that was like... That's a classic round, to be honest.
That is, yeah.
So you should do that more often, to be honest. But yeah, Jay Short's a really good freestyler, kind of premeditated, kind of rebuttal-wise, and just kind of off the dome as well.
Mate, I'd like to see Jay Short versus Harry Baker, seeing as Harry.
Yeah, I think they've talked about that on Viewpoint or in maybe a video or something. But yeah, that'll be a really good battle.
Yeah, that would be.
But Harry doesn't really battle that often, so maybe.
No, maybe like
not quite on that level. Nothing against Jay Short, but I think if Harry's coming back for a battle, it'll probably kind of book a kind of eclipse stature battler, to be honest, because I think he's quite busy with his poetry and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh man, he's killing it. Harry's killing the game there.
Yeah, he has a video on YouTube with like over 1 million views, like
he's
doing a stand-up.
Yeah. It's just
crazy.
Yeah. He's living the dream, man, and all the power to Harry. So we get onto the final battle here. This is an incredible battle. It is a rematch, but I mean, what's important to consider is that when the battle originally happened, there was no real context, and now there's so much context. This is Definition versus Caustic.
Yeah, I didn't actually realise they battled already. I watched that today. That was quite a fun battle.
Yeah.
You say there's kind of context to it. What do you mean by that? Do you just mean that like it happened before, or is there kind of?
Well, I mean, Def and Jeff were bosom buddies, and we're kind of
he's definitely going to bring that up, to be honest. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, will Jeff make an appearance?
We kind of said this with Soul as well. I just don't think it's going to happen. No. It would be crazy if it did, but
it would. I mean, it'd be crazy for us, you know what I mean? I guess to an outside audience, it wouldn't mean anything. There's just this kind of skinny dude on stage. But, like, if, like, kind of similar to how kind of you had Psychosis and Diz in the Yunnan battle sort of thing, if Jeff was just standing there psyching Caustic out.
What's going on? Poor Yunnan in that battle, because he had, like, Diz up in his face, and Diz would have no problem knocking him out, to be honest.
No, yeah.
And then you've got Psychosis standing behind you, so... Yeah, that wouldn't have been the best environment for a battle, to be honest.
No, certainly not. But I mean, okay, let's strip away that. Let's just say that, like, you know, there'll be a few bars spent on Jefferson Price and whatever. We move forward from that. Still very cool to welcome Caustic back. Like, say what you like about Caustic, he always gives good showings on Don't Flop. Like, he bodied Mr. 13, and Mr. 13 got that victory in one of the most blatant pity votes I've ever seen.
I haven't seen that. So was it like a body, as in like every round was a body, or did
it was just
Mr. 13 even get around? Or?
I not really know. It was Mr. 13's final battle. It was his 13th battle, so he kind of wanted to end in some sort of numerological symmetry or whatever. It was kind of ridiculous, and I can't remember too much off the top of my head, but I remember that was the last time that Caustic was here, which was for set the standard 10, I believe. But yeah, I'm currently on the video. It's got 614 dislikes.
How many likes?
Well, 556. So I mean, it's kind of a push-pull sort of thing. But you know, you got a lot of people.
That's real bad. Yeah,
that is bad. And
I'm just trying to think what other Don't Flop videos have kind of a like ratio like that.
Mark Grist,
Mark Grist, Zane, AZRAI.
Yeah, has. And all the comments are just saying what battle they're watching. This shit is incredibly fixed. An awesome body bag from Caustic. There's even, I mean, the biggest insult if you're a battler when someone comments and they just comment the times of your opponent's rounds.
That's the best. Kind of a lunar sequel stroke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It happens in a lot of those one-sided body bags. But regardless, I mean, Caustic always shows out, always gives us the Jeff stuff, the Def stuff, Mr. 13, etc. You know, there's some interesting things here, and it's going to be awesome to see him coming back off the height of the King of the Dark controversy and all the other work he's been putting in. And you know, good friend of the show, love having Def on. It's great to see Def back in his hometown.
Really surprising as well, because after the DNA battle we kind of got the impression that it was kind of his last battle, maybe, unless it was like a huge opponent. But like, Caustic is a big opponent and it's in his hometown, is it?
Yeah. He's in Newcastle.
So like that's a perfect place to come back to. So yeah, it should be really good. And he always shows up as well.
Yeah, he does. I think it's going to be very much a hometown, welcome there, homecoming of sorts, and it's going to be awesome to see them going up against each other. And going through it, it's a great card. Like, it's just a smartly put together card with lots of intelligent matchups.
Yeah, I don't really see a bad matchup, to be honest. I don't really like to say a matchup's bad, but I just can't really see any bad matchups off the top. So.
No. And battle you're most looking forward to?
Definition Caustic or MAKAR J Short, definitely. What about you?
Dank, KINELL. I've got to say, Dank, KINELL, just
really good.
From a sort of like, I just respect their writing so much. I think it's going to be interesting, and just the whole KINELL going over there sort of thing. But yeah, this is Revival 8, Newcastle, May 20th. Definitely pick up your tickets. It's 18 plus mark, so don't go buying them. But
can't be flying over.
No, exactly. But it's don'tflop.com/tickets. Go support. I'm sure this will most likely be a sellout. Whenever Don't Flop, they've been picking their locations really smartly recently.
Yeah, the venue for Checkpoint's really good. That's the Shoddy Yunnan one, isn't it?
Yes, concrete.
Yeah, it looks really strong on camera anyway. So yeah.
That's going to be. I'm going to be there. I can't believe I'm going to fucking see Harry versus Clips in that venue. Like, it's just like
so jealous, to be honest.
Oh my god, Shocks versus Soul. Versus Soul.
Could be the best battle ever.
It has all the makings of it. Like, and oh my god, I can't wait. But
what would you say is the best battle ever?
The best battle ever.
Yeah.
I mean, Don't Flop or just in general?
In general.
It's probably still JC versus Chiller.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Even though I was dissing Chiller early on, like, I think that battle is magic on camera.
It's so good. Like, JC's social network scheme, that's really up there. It's one of the best schemes.
I fucking love JC. Like,
JC's class. I think he kind of fell off on maybe URL a bit, didn't have like the strongest showings, but he's done really good, well on Rare Breed. ENT, and he battled Chef Trez there, which apparently is really strong.
Oh no, he battled Chef Trez on URL.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
saying like his comeback. Comeback to URL was against Chef Trez.
Oh, I can't wait to watch that. Like, but
the thing is, I think Smack's gonna be holding the battles for a while. There's a new thing on YouTube where if the video is like racist or disrespectful, the makings you can get from it are somewhat lower. I don't know what's going to happen there.
No, it's mad. I've even seen that on a microcosmic level. Obviously, Battle Resume isn't about monetization or anything. You get a little bit from the views and stuff. But my monetization has dropped by like 80% because of that. It's mad. Like, obviously, I don't do it for that, but I have heard people saying that battles are just going to be held back a lot longer now for that reason. Like,
say like YouTubers who are solely reliant on earnings from YouTube videos, like might not be able to pay their rent, exactly.
No, it's
crazy.
It's pretty serious. It's pretty serious. So you know, go support these events as well. You know, because they need it more than ever. And
get the pay-per-view.
Get the pay-per-view. Do all that good stuff. This is going to be a crazy event. But Mark, as ever, man, it's been great to have you on.
Been great, man. Cheers.